bunch of cap numbers. So that's Stan taking shots at Samir. Oh, why are we not starting? I thought we were starting. Anyway, okay. So we got Max. Who's number 24? Is that Gabe? Okay, so we got Max is 6, Gabe is 24, Stan is 3, Costa's 10. Who else we got there? Sasha's 20. Yeah, Sasha's 20. And Eddie's 5. Oh wow, folks. I am going to be completely messed up here, so apologies in advance for getting your kids wrong. Alright, here we go. Swim off underway, that is Max. Swim off won by Hamilton. Hamilton with the ball, that's Max on him. It's the foul. That's Costa now checking, ball in the 3. Ball goes down to the 4. That's Sasha, ball down, sorry, to the 5. That's Sasha into the hole. Stan's fighting him. There's the kick up. Stanley with the kick out, ball comes across. Oh, we got lucky there. The tempo shot misses. Sasha goes back to retrieve the ball. Samir calling for the ball. There we go. Passes it out to Eddie. There's Eddie to Sasha. Alright, Sasha to Stanley. Stanley moving in. Back to Sasha. Sasha back to Stanley. Good movement there, the shot and save. And we got a kick out on Stanley. That's number 2 for Stanley. Man up for Hamilton. There's Hamilton moving in. Passes across to the wing. Back up top. Down to the wing. And that is out of bounds wave ball. Has 2 fouls on Stanley, and Lucas coming in. Samir with the ball. Passes it down to Luka. There is Luka. Passes it up to Sasha in the 3. There's Sasha, moves in, takes the shot. Oh, save. Save, good shot, good save. Hamilton goalie with the ball. Oh, and that's a turnover. Wave ball. Gabe coming in to grab it. There's Gabe, grabs the ball, flips it back to Luka. Luka over to Max. There's Max moving in, into the hole. The collapse, there's a kick out. Ball goes to Eddie. Eddie with the ball. Tries to go far side to Gabe. We got Luka and Costa setting hole up to Sasha, down to Gabe. Across to Sasha, over to Eddie. Eddie sliding, and takes the shot and saved by the Hamilton goalie. Costa tries to get the rebound, can't do it. Hamilton with the ball. Moving out with it. That is Gabe checking, Gabe pressing. Good job by Gabe. Ball goes up top. That is Luka. Cross to the 4. That is Costa. Costa checking. Ball comes to the 2. That's Gabe coming out. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball goes down to the 1 and into the middle. That is the shot clock. Samir grabs the ball. Wave transitioning. That is Eddie on the wing. Eddie gets the pass from Samir. Eddie passes it across to Max. There's Max over to Sasha. Back to Max. Max moving in, takes the shot off the post. Rebound picked up by Luka. Luka over to Sasha. There's Sasha, wants to go to the hole, can't do it. Looks, tries to take a foul, doesn't get the foul. Or does get the foul. Sasha coming up, takes the shot and high. There we go, Hamilton goalie gets the ball. Ball goes out to the 2, nicely stolen by Sasha. There's Sasha, it's a 3-on-2, he's got Max and Costa. Sasha moving in, goes across to Costa, there's Costa. Comes weak side back to to Sasha. Sasha shoots, and that goes in. Nice little play there. Sasha to Costa, back to Sasha, and puts it in short side. That is 1-0 Waves. All right, Hamilton with the ball. Hamilton across to the 2. That's Gabe checking. Gabe's on. Ball goes down to the 1. Back to the 2. That's Gabe with his arms up there. There's a drive well covered by Costa. Ball goes into the hole. Oh, nicely picked off by Max. Max has the ball, flips it back to Samir. There's Samir, sees Eddie on the wing. There's Eddie swimming up to it. They're letting him swim all the way up. He's looking for a pass, passes it back to Max. There's Max with the ball. Max across to Sasha. Sorry, that was a Gabe to Sasha. There's Sasha, takes the shot, and saved by the Hamilton goalie. Wave still with the ball. Ball goes across weak side. There's Eddie. Eddie moving in. Nope, doesn't take the shot. Eddie with the ball, comes across to Max. Max up top, swimming in. Takes the shot, and saved by the Hamilton goalie. Bunch of Hamilton goalie saves here. There goes the deep out. Good job by Sasha to get on him. Tries to get around Sasha, can't do it. Good foul. Ball goes across weak side. Eddie's on him. Tries to dump it in the hole, can't do it. Oh, there's a kick out. That's a kick out on Max, I believe. All right, Hamilton with the ball up top, puts it down to the 1, up to the top, to the 3. Down to the side, there's the shot, good block by Eddie. Ball goes to the hole, picked up by Gabe, flipped across to Costa. Costa back to Samir. Samir with the ball, sees Odin. So we got a sub there. Max came out, Odin came in. Odin with the ball, flips it across to Sasha. There's Sasha to Eddie in the 1. Eddie maneuvering around. Up to Gabe, back to Eddie, to Sasha. Sasha wants a foul, can't get it, and there goes the shot clock. Well played by Hamilton, sadly. Hamilton now with the ball. Hamilton up, pass it back to the goalie. Hamilton goalie with the ball, up the wing, down to the 1. That is Odin on him. Ball on the 1, up across, up to the 3. It's the shot and wide. There we go. Samir gets the ball. Samir passes it over to Eddie on the wing. There's Eddie. Eddie over to Sasha. Sasha with the ball, swims in to Eddie. Eddie maneuvering around. Looks like he's gonna take a shot. Nope, not gonna do it. Into the hole. There's Costa fighting. Costa gets it. Oh, tries to shoot, can't do it. And that's a 2-meter for Wave. Going the far side, so that's probably Eddie gonna take the 2-meter. Yep, Eddie's gonna take it. Eddie gets the ball, swims it in, passes it down to Sasha in the 3. Sasha across to Gabe, to Luca. Sorry, that's not Luca, that's Odin. Sasha over to Eddie. There's Eddie, dumps it into the hole to Costa. Costa gets a turn, shoots. Oh, just wide. Backhand shot by Costa. Nice try there. There's the ball. Hamilton goalie with the ball. Minute 50 left to go in the period. Ball gets dumped to the wing. That's the 5. Good job by Sasha. Ball comes across to the 2. There's the block. Into the hole. Oh, what a save by Samir. Pretty sure Samir got his hand on it there. Puts it to safety. And gets it back. Samir with the ball. Passes it up to Sasha. There's Sasha swimming up with it. Passes it to Odin. There's Odin. Takes the shot. Blocked by the Hamilton player. Costa fighting for it. Costa trying to get the ball. Can't do it. Nice try, Costa. Hamilton goalie with the ball. puts it up to the middle. Oh, that was Gabe fighting for it. Sorry, not Costa. My bad. Yeah, that was Gabe fighting for it. My bad. Ball goes to the 2. Goes in, and that's a turnover. Wave ball. Samir with the ball. This Samir puts it out to Eddie. Eddie into the middle. That is Sasha. Sasha to Eddie. Eddie with the ball. Back to Sasha. Sasha slides in. He's going to shoot here. Yeah, he's going to shoot. Oh, bounce shot. Rebound picked up by Odin. Almost. No, ball under. Oh, and we got a kick out. That's Costa that time. All right, ball goes up the middle. Hamilton with the man up. Ball goes to the side. Back up the middle. He's swimming in. There's Odin blocking. Ball goes to the other side. Gabe left his hands up there. There's the pass down to the 1. They want to go alley-oop. Nope, to the 2. Up to the 3. Good defense there by Odin. Ball to do the shot, and that is wide. Good defense by Wave. And that is the period, folks. That was Justin coming out, but period's over. 1-0 Wave. Alright, I think I got some saves, mostly from the Hamilton goalie, I believe. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I believe all these saves were our shots versus the Hamilton goalie. To get going. Oh yeah, I just noticed it is 8-minute periods. Yes, that's what it is, 8-minute periods. All right, who do we got in here now? We got Odin doing a swim off, Justin, Victor, and then on the other side, who is that on the other side of net there? Is that Griffin? Jorge and Ben. There goes a swim off, won by Hamilton. Hamilton with the ball. It's Odin pressing there. Good job by Odin. Hamilton with the ball. Comes across to the 1. That's Justin defending. The shot and the goal. Yeah, you can see that massive battle in the hole. And Hamilton player comes up with it, puts it by Samir. All right, here we go. That is Victor with the ball. Passes it across to Jorge. There's Jorge. Tries to get it into the hole. The Griffin can't do it. Goalie comes out. Goalie, there's the deep pass down the wing. That is Odin chasing him. Odin just can't. Oh, Odin catches up, but takes the 5-meter foul. There's the shot, and oh, Samir got a piece of it. The stream just died for some reason. Give me a second here. about that, folks. Don't know what happened to the stream there, but that was just a save by Samir. There's the pass out to Jorge. Jorge with the ball, giving it to Victor up the middle. There's Victor, gets fouled. Victor gets the ball, passes it back to Justin. Justin tries to get into the hole. Griffin fighting for it, can't come up with it. Sorry about that interruption of the stream, folks. Not too sure what happened there. Hamilton with the ball, dumps it down to the one. That's Justin on him. Back up to the three. He's moving in. Victor blocking. There's the shot and off the post. Jorge racing for the rebound, can't come up with it. Hamilton player with the ball. Hamilton ball in the four, swimming up. Here's a block by Ben. Goes to the two. Back to the four. There's the shot and that goes in. Turning it up a bit there, so 3-1. All right, here we go. There is Victor with the ball. Victor takes the foul. Ball gets dumped to Ben. There's Ben sliding in, wants to pass it. No one open, goes into the hole. There's Griffin fighting for it. Gets the foul. Wave ball. There's Ben driving. Ball goes back to Jorge. There's Jorge, takes the shot and saved by the Hamilton goalie. Hamilton goalie dumps it deep up the wing. That is Jorge going out to check him. Ball goes weak side. Odin turns to watch him. Player comes up. Hamilton player. Oh, dumps it into the hole. There's the defense. And we got a kick out on Victor. Man up by Hamilton. There's Hamilton with the ball. Moving around down to the one. Up top to the two. That's Justin blocking up to the three. We got a block by Griffin across to the four. Getting ready to shoot. Nope, up to the three. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. To the two, to the one. There's the shot. Saved by Samir. Good save by Samir. Here comes Wave. Sees Victor. Passes it to Victor. Victor swims up with it. Passes it over to Ben. There's Ben with the ball. Ben swimming in. Has a shot here if he wants to take it. Takes the shot and scores. Nice goal by Ben. They just gave him the space, and Ben takes the space. Very nice, Ben. Very nice. All right, Hamilton with the ball. Looks like they're calling the 2-3-4 defense. Ball in the two. We got Ben blocking down to the one. There's Jorge. Good job by Jorge. Ball goes up to the three. Griffin going out to meet him. Ball comes to the two. There's the block by Odin. Here comes the shot. Samir with the beauty save. Rebound picked up and flipped back to Samir. Samir wanted the deep pass. It's not there. Sees Jorge on the wing. There's Jorge moving up across to Ben. Ben on the wing. We got Victor trying to set second hole. Jorge with the ball up top. Jorge moving around. Takes the shot off the post. And Hamilton goalie picks it up. Hamilton goalie, there's the deep pass. Jorge getting on him. Good job, Jorge. And we got a foul on Hamilton. Wave ball. Jorge leaves it for Samir. Samir gets the ball. Passes it up to Ben. There's Ben swimming in. We got Griffin setting hole. Victor is trying to set hole as well. Jorge with the ball. Back to Ben. Ben with the ball into Griffin. Griffin fighting for turns, backhands, and saved by the Hamilton goalie. Hamilton comes up with the rebound. Passes it back. Griffin from behind almost steals it. Nice try there, Griffin. Hamilton with the ball. Swimming in. That's Victor going out to meet him. Ball goes into the hole. Justin fighting. Good job by Ben to come back, pick up that rebound. Back to Samir. Wave breaking out. Samir looking to pass to someone. There's the pass to Victor. Victor in the wing gets the ball. Tries to take a foul. Yep, gets the foul. Need a drive or something. Ball goes up to Griffin. There's Griffin with the ball. Gonna take the shot. Nope, passes across to Jorge. Jorge takes the shot and saves. Hamilton goalie with the ball. There's the deep pass up to the charging player. Oh my god. Odin trying to catch him. Can't do it. Samir. Oh! Off the post. Odin picks up the rebound. Odin with the ball. Sees Ben all the way on the other side. Ball goes to Ben. Over to Victor. We got Griffin charging in the middle. It's a 3-on-2. Over to Ben. Victor getting open on the weak side. Ben with the ball. No. Oh. Oh, no, good. Okay. He still has the ball. Ben with the ball. There's Victor setting hole. Ben with the ball. Takes the shot. Saved by the Hamilton goalie. Hamilton goalie with the ball. There we go. Ball gets put in to the 4. There's Victor on him. Ball gets to the 5. Jorge goes to check into the middle. That is Ben fighting. And there's a kick out on Ben. Ball goes up top to the 2, down to the 1. Ball in the 1, to the 2, to the 3. There's a shot saved by Samir. Nice save by Samir. That should be a 2-meter though for Hamilton. Yep. Hamilton passing the ball around on top into the middle. Oh, Samir comes up big with the save. Had to be quick on that way. Swims out to the side. Man rush if they hurry. Ball goes to Jorge, down to Victor. There's Victor. Justin coming up the middle. No, he stops. Victor sees Justin. There's Justin with the ball. Into Griffin. Griffin fighting. Griffin turns. Oh, barely gets a shot off, but 3 Hamilton players collapsed on him. Hamilton goalie with the ball. Passing it up into the middle. Wave collapses. Good job by Odin to pick up that ball. Passes it back to Samir. Jorge driving up the wing. He's got to turn. Yep, Samir sees him. There we go. Ball into Jorge. Jorge with the ball. Griffin fighting in the middle. Victor. Oh, skip pass. Good job by Justin. Flips the ball back. Hamilton player comes up with the ball. Oops, sorry. Hamilton goalie with the ball. That's Victor going to check. They push it back to safety. Ball in the half. Comes across to the 2. That's Ben blocking. Ball into the hole. There's the collapse. Back to the 2. Back to the 1. Good job by Wave collapsing. That was Justin and Ben. They get the foul up to the 2. Shot's going to come probably. Oh, good job by Griffin to knock the ball away. And that is the shot clock. Samir with the ball. Seconds left. Ball goes to Jorge. Jorge with the ball. Takes about 5 seconds left. Tries to put it into the hole. Nope, Griffin can't get it. And that is a period, folks. Alright, let's see. I think I got some more saves here we can have a look at. Once again, a lot of them are going to be Hamilton saves. No, I think we got a few Samir saves here. Yeah, here's a Samir save. This one was on the man up. I believe, yeah, Hamilton had the man up here. Moves the ball around. Oh, look at that shot. Samir with the 2 hands. Grabs it. No rebound there. Nope. This is the... Oh, nice. Look at that right hand. Love that dive with the right hand. Knocks it wide. Oh, this is Griffin trying to backhand. Yep. Did that go off the goalie's head? I think that went off the goalie's head. And here's Jorge. Oh, barely gets his hand on it. And we got one more here. Nice save by Samir. All right. Eddie doing the swim off. Beside him is Gabe, Max, and on the far side, Costa, Sasha, and Max, I believe? No, that's Luca. Sorry, that's Luca. Max is beside the net. Jeez. My bad. Okay, there we go. Swim off. There's Eddie, won by Hamilton. Hamilton with the ball. Hamilton puts the ball in the middle. Costa goes out to meet him. Ball gets dumped. There's, I believe that's Gabe on him. No. Sorry, there we go. What? I have no idea. Alright, sorry, ball into the hole. That is Max fighting. Good job by Max. Oh, nope, they're getting a 5 out of that one. Sorry, it's really weird. The board shows a 15-minute penalty for Wave for some reason. Okay, here we go. The shot, and that goes in. Nice try by Samir. Here we go. Max has the ball. Ball goes across, shot, and oh, save, and nope. Oh, does that go in? Yep, they're calling that in. Who was that? Was that Gabe or Costa? Was that Costa? Was that Costa? Hmm? No, I didn't get it. I missed it. I'm sorry, I was distracted there. I was changing the score and all that happened. Alright, here we go. Ball into the hole. That's Max checking. Comes around, shoots. Oh, off the post. Samir picks up the rebound. There's Samir with the ball. Ball comes across to Eddie. Sorry, these cap numbers are screwing me up. Okay, Eddie's got the ball. Looking. Got Costa setting hole. Ball goes across. That is Sasha. Sasha moving in. Dumps it into the hole. That's Luca, I believe, fighting for it. Yeah, Luca. Can't get the shot away, and that is the shot clock. Alright, ball goes. Oh, gets moved quickly by Hamilton. There's Gabe coming back in. Nope, there is a kick out on Eddie. Hamilton moving in with it. That is Gabe blocking, trying to cut the angle off. Ball goes across to the 1. Wants to dump it in, can't do it. Back up top. Here's the shot, and that goes in. Yeah, that's tough there. They collapsed it right in and got the hard shot away on Samir. Hamilton making the sub. Alright, here we go. Max with the ball. Max dumped it to the 2. Got his Gabe. Gabe swimming in. Oh, and we got an elbow, looks like. So Hamilton with the ball. Eddie's trying to steal it. Hamilton dumps it down to the side. That is Gabe on him, and ball goes out of bounds. Good job, Gabe picks up the ball. Gabe to Samir. Eddie's open. Yep, there's the pass up to Eddie. Eddie with the ball into Sasha. Sasha gets fouled. Costa driving. Sasha with the ball, looking for someone to pass to. Passes it back to Eddie. Eddie with the ball. Passes it back to Max. There's Max. Max takes the foul. Probably going to have a shot here. Nope. Dumps it into the corner instead. Hamilton goalie with the ball. Just passes it into the middle. Down to the 2. That is Gabe checking. Oh, that's a 2-hand. Good job. Gabe gets the ball. Gabe decides to swim up with it. There's Gabe swimming up. Looking for someone open, passes it to Max in the 3. There's Max, tries to get in the hole. Oh, the block. Good job by Hamilton, blocked the ball, and back to their goalie. It's Hamilton goalie with the ball, passes it up the middle. Eddie's checking down to the wing. That is Sasha on him. Ball in the 5, back to the 4. Up to the 3. Looks like the shot's coming. There's a shot. Samir with the nice save. Good job, Samir. Samir with the ball. Finds Sasha on the wing. Sasha with the ball. Puts it down to Eddie. Eddie back to Sasha. There's Sasha to Max. Max moving in. Max dumps it into the hole. And there is a kick out. Luca passes it back up. Rodrigo calls a timeout here, folks. Rodrigo calling a timeout. They got the man up, why not? Looks like we're getting subs. Look like Stanley is coming in. And Max is coming out, I think. Yeah, Stanley going in, Max coming out. Here we go, Wave setting up on the man up. There we go, ball into play, ball to the 1. Across to the top, there's Stanley. Stanley over to Gabe, up to Sasha, back to Eddie. Eddie with the ball, weak to Costa. Costa takes a shot off the post, oh my god. Was close, hit the crossbar. Hamilton breaking off it. Eddie goes to check him. Ball goes up to the middle. That's Luca on him. Ball gets in the hole. Oh, looks like we got a kick out. Kick out on Sasha. Ball goes into the hole. The fight, and there's a 5 penalty on Gabe. 5 meter for Hamilton. Goes Samir. There's a shot. Oh, Samir with the beautiful save. Rebound picked up by Hamilton. Oh, and that one goes in. Samir made that beautiful save, though. Too bad about that rebound. Not much he can do there. All right, looks like we're going for a line change here. So we've got Jorge, Ben, Odin, Griffin, Stanley, Victor, and Justin in there. That is Stanley with the ball. Passes across to Odin. There's Griffin setting hole. Odin with the ball. Tries to get into Griffin. That's too high. Griffin can't get to it. And Hamilton gets the ball. Hamilton goalie with the ball. Moves it up, passes it down to their 5, back to the 4, into the hole, and that's a goal. All right, here we go. That is Victor with the ball. Odin, down to Ben. Ben off the ball, tries to take a foul, doesn't get it. Ben's battling there, tries to get into the hole, can't do it. Hamilton picks it it up back to the goalie. Hamilton breaking out. Hamilton passes the ball up to the wing. There's a drive into the hole. Into the hole, the shot, and that goes in. All right, here we go. That's Stanley now with the ball. Passes it back to Odin. Victor. Across to Odin. Odin down to the wing. That is Ben. We've got Griffin trying to set hold. There's a attempted lob to the far side. No go there. Nice try, Ben. There's the ball moved up quickly to the wing. Odin's on him. Ball goes into the middle. That's Griffin on him. Come on, Griffin's fighting. Griffin's fighting. Oh, and yep, that's going to be a 5. Let's go Samir. Here's the shot, Samir, and that goes in. Once again, not much you can do on those 5 meters. Hamilton looks like they're making a line change. All right, here we go. That is Griffin with the ball. Griffin across to Justin. Justin swims up with it. Into the hole. Oh, the battle, that's Stanley. And I think that's a ball under call. I could be wrong. Either way, it is Hamilton ball. Hamilton moving the ball up quickly. There's the middle. Back to the wing. Here's the ball. They're passing it around. Wants to go into the hole. There's the clutch by Wave. Good job. Stanley picks it up. Pushes it back to Ben. Ben to Samir. Samir with the ball. Samir looking for someone open. There's the pass into Griffin. Griffin just swimming in with it. There's Victor going to set the hole. There's a collapse. There's a shot by Griffin and a goal. Nice goal there by Griffin. Look at the power on that shot. Nice shot, Griffin. All right, Hamilton with the ball. Getting pressed by Stanley. Gets fouled. There's the ball all the way up. They want to get it into the hole. Odin fighting. Oh, he gets around Odin and puts it in far side. Man, not much Odin can do there. These Hamilton players are big. Just a reminder, this is U22 and Odin still plays U16, so it's a little bit of a mismatch. All right, there is Odin with the ball into the hole, the shot, and oh, nice try, Stanley. Oh, picks up the ball and that goes in. Good job by Ben. Ben picks up that rebound, charges in, and puts it in. All right, 2 seconds left. There's the press. 1 second left to go. Samir's got to stay sharp. Here comes the shot. There's a shot, and Samir makes the save. Period over. What is it, 5-10, right? Yeah, I know I put the score on the wrong side there. There we go. I got a few saves here to look at. This one here by 6. Oh, nice bounce shot, Samir, with that right hand. Oh, this 5 meter one. I know they got the rebound and went in, but look at this save on the 5 meter. This was a beauty. Comes up, boom, up that right hand. That was so nice. And here's the final shot that Samir. This is a hard shot. Look at that. Samir comes up with the two hands and grabs it. All right. Here we go. We are about to get going. We've got Eddie, Gabe, Costa, and then Luca, Max, and Sasha, I believe. Yeah, Sasha. Eddie trying his hardest for that swim off, but these Hamilton players are big and fast. Hamilton with the ball. That's Gabe going out to press. Ball goes into the middle, gets around Max, and that's probably a 5. Yeah, that's a 5. Yeah, I think that's 3 for Max. Yeah, that's 3 for Max. So Max is out. Stanley's coming in. Here comes the 5-meter. There's a shot, and that goes in. That is Stanley with the ball, passes it across to Gabe. Gabe with the ball, sliding across to the 2. She takes the shot, and that is saved by the Hamilton goalie. Hamilton goalie with the ball, passes it up to the middle. There we go, into the hole. Oh! So wave ball. That is Samir with the ball. Wants to get it to Eddie. Yup, there's Eddie. Eddie's open. There's a drive by Gabe. Gabe driving and gets fouled. Gabe with the ball. Sees weak side. No, weak side. Whoa, missed Luca weak side. Wants to go into the middle. To Costa, and that pass is picked off. There, the ball goes up quick. Eddie defending. And there's a kick out on Eddie. Hamilton player just moving him all by himself on Samir and wants to dump it. Oh, can't do it. Ball comes up. Samir fingertips it away. Good job by Samir. Oh, they're coming after Samir. Nope, he's good. Passes it to Sasha. There's Sasha with the ball. Slimming it in. Sees Gabe weak side. There's Gabe. Gabe takes a shot, and that goes in. Good job by Gabe. Hamilton changing some players up. Here we go. Hamilton with the ball. Moving in, ball into 2. That's Sasha blocking, ball comes up to the 3, back to the 2. They want to go hole, can't do it. Sasha almost steals it. Nice job by Sasha. 7 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Probably going to shoot it here. There's a shot, Samir with the save. And Luca knocks the rebound back to Samir. Samir with the ball. Samir passes it over to Eddie. There's Eddie. Wants to go to Gabe. Gabe gets fouled. Gabe with the ball. Gabe over to Sasha up top. Sasha into the hole. And Costa can't get it. He's getting mobbed. Hamilton goalie picks up the ball. Hamilton dumps it up to half. Down to the 1. There's ball in the 1. Rodrigo calling for the foul. Good foul there. Ball goes up to the 2. Sorry, the 4. comes the shot. Samir, off the far cross, and that goes in. Wow, that was a wicked shot there. Yeah, almost didn't go in, but just rolled in after. Alright, we got a sub Jorge's coming in. And Gabe's going out. There's Jorge with the ball, swimming in with it. Into the middle. And nope, he gets mobbed. That was Sasha, sorry, going up the middle. Ball gets played up to the wing. There's Eddie going, and ball goes back to the goalie. Goalie with the ball. Passes up all the way across to their one. Ball in the one. Good job by Stanley to defend. Ball goes weak side. He slides and takes a shot. Samir comes up big. Jorge pushes the rebound back to Samir. Samir with the ball. Passes it to Eddie. Eddie back to Sasha. Sasha all the way across to Luka. Luka tries to get a foul, can't do it. There's Jorge driving. Luka trying to take the foul, can't do it. There, Luka gets the foul. Passes across to Sasha. Sasha just tries to flip it away because the shot clock's dying. And Hamilton picking up the loose ball. Hamilton with the ball, dumps it down to their 5. Well defended and stolen. That was a great job by Eddie, and Sasha picks it up. There's the deep pass up. Stanley into the middle. Oh, both players swim by it. Oh, Costa comes back to get it. Costa with the ball. Sees Eddie. That's Eddie with the ball. Costa moving into the hole. Jorge driving. There's Jorge driving in. He's going to shoot, takes the shot, and blocked by Hamilton. Hamilton picks up the ball. Swimming, dumps it down to their wing. That's the one. Ball on the one. That is Stanley defending. Ball goes to the 2. That's Luka on him. Across to the 4. That's Eddie blocking. To the 5. Moving in, takes a shot, and just wide. Samir calling for the ball. They call a timeout. It's like Rodrigo wants to do a line change. Yeah. So there's a line change. We got Justin, Victor, Griffin, Odin, Jorge staying in, and Ben. Yeah, the exclusion board's pretty messy. Alright, and Wave going to set up. Goes into Samir, and game on. Samir with the ball. Passes it to Ben. That is Ben. So Victor and Griffin in the hole. Ball goes to Jorge on the 1. There's Jorge with the ball. Jorge gets fouled. Into Griffin. Griffin fighting for it. Tries to comes up with it. Pushes it back to Jorge. Griffin, Victor wide open to Ben. Oh, what are they calling here? Refs calling for the ball. Not too sure what happened. Ben was wide open there. He was going to take the shot. They're having a discussion. No idea what happened there, folks, but Ben was loose up front, that's for sure. Okay, wave ball, Jorge with the ball. Ball back to Griffin, to Odin. way back there. Odin with the long shot, and that is over the net. Hamilton goalie with the ball. Moves it up. Looks like they're dropping. Ball to the 5, all the way across, weak side to the 1. Good job by Odin to get over there. Ball to the 2, there's the block. Cross to the 4, there's a shot, and that goes in. All right, here we go. That is Justin now with the ball. Justin tries to get around his check. Passes across to Odin. There is Odin. Victor and Griffin fighting in the hole. And Hamilton comes up the ball. Back to the Hamilton goalie. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Hamilton goalie moves the ball up. Shot clock hasn't reset for some reason. That's what the crowd is saying. Ball comes across to the wing, into the middle. Oh, and deflected. That goes in. I mean, that was a very nice backhand tip in there. Not too much going to defend that one. All right, wave the ball. That is Justin. Justin across to Odin. Odin with the ball, getting pressured on the side, gets the foul. Ball goes back to Justin. There's Justin, puts it into Ben. Oops, sorry. There's Ben up the ball. Victor yelling weak side. Victor gets it weak. Gets the ball, takes the shot. Oh, saved by the goalie. And no, that goes in. Good job. There's Victor, tries to bounce it far side, doesn't get it, but the rebound, sorry, not the rebound, goes in afterwards. We'll take it. Yeah. All right, 1 minute, 21 left to go. Hamilton making a change. That is, I was about to say that's Justin going out, but no, they move back, they collapse down. Good defense there by Griffin. Ball goes up to the 3, across into the middle. All tipped down to the 1. There's the 1 moving into the middle, and that should be a 2. Yep. Yeah, he was within a 2 meter there. Jorge gets the ball, flips it back to Samir. This Samir goes up to Justin. There's Justin. Victor trying to go, nope. Can't get to it. Hamilton goalie picks up the ball. Hamilton goalie dumps it deep down the 1. They're collapsing in on the hole. There's Justin blocking. Ball goes up to the 2. There's the block by Victor. Back to the 1. That's Justin blocking. Back to the 2. There's the block to the 1. Into the middle, and that's within the 2 again. So wave ball. Samir gets the ball, 25 seconds left to go. Ball to the wing. That is Griffin. Griffin all the way across to Justin. Sorry, there's Justin with it. Justin over the Griffin. Into the hole, and Ben can't come up with it. He was kind of under the water there, poor Ben. Hamilton goalie with the ball. And that is the game, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Next game tonight around 7 o'clock.